Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to X Japan version 2021. Hope you all had a great Christmas and New Year. And let's hope 2021 is a lot better than 2020. Sorry if my voice sounds a bit weird today. I'm just suffering from a bit of a cold. The whole family's had a cold over Christmas and New Year. It's really sucked. So hopefully this will be the last of it for a while. So this is part 2 of my Sounds Like Kanami series, which I started off with talking about her guitar tone and how to achieve it at different budgets. This video I want to talk more about her techniques and approaches to songwriting. And this video, the idea for this video has gone through a lot of changes since I first kind of thought of it. I first thought that I would just do a list of just things that she does, you know, sort of techniques that she uses, like go-to things. But I realized that doing that might not make a whole lot of sense, especially to people that don't play guitar. I know that a lot of you do watch my channel, don't play guitar. So I thought the best way to do it would be to put it into a context of a song. So what I've done is I've written a song in the style of BAND-MAID, sort of channeling my inner Kanami, and just trying to think how she thinks and how to write how she writes. And I'm not saying that I've done anywhere near as good a job as she would have, but I think what I've come up with is definitely reminiscent of BAND-MAID and what they would do. And yeah, I'm excited to go through it with you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to break down the parts that I've done and talk about the techniques that I've used for each bit, and then you can basically take those techniques away and apply them to your own songwriting if you want to, or you know, it's just for your own interest. And please stick around for the end of the video because I'm going to be talking about how you guys can help me bring this track to life by getting a vocalist on board. But I need you guys' help to do that, so please stick around to the end. And what I'm going to do at the end, I'm going to play through half the track with drums with double track guitar, so you can get a sense of how the finished product is going to sound. Okay, so Kanami does so many things within her songs. It's so hard to just choose, you know, a few things. Obviously you can't put everything that she does into one song, it would just be stupid. What I've done is, like, because my favorite era style slash, you know, whatever BAND-MAID is the world domination era, this is the kind of style that I've taken, the approach, sort of riff based, quite heavy, with lots of leads and all that good stuff. And if I was doing the style, you know, if I was doing the kind of Conqueror style, I would approach this a lot differently. But like, as I said, there's way too much to go into, and I might do another one see how this goes. I might do another one in more of the Conqueror style. Okay, so where to start? Obviously, we're going to start with the main riff. So, you know, for any song, and I think for Kanami as well, because I've seen her talk about riff writing, this is the starting point. So one thing I've noticed with Kanami is that she likes to do the kind of single notes plus chords type riffs. So, you know, you have single note riffs, and then you have chord riffs. She likes to combine the two, so that's kind of what I've tried to do here. So I'll play the riff and then I'll talk a bit about it. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're going from an E here to an E here. And she likes to do that a lot. She likes to use the octave of the chord and then the lower version of the chord within the same riff. So we've got two chords here, and then we're going into... And she also likes to use these kind of tremolo picking parts. And I just thought that was a cool little sequence to do. And it's on the beat. Make a note of that, we're on the beat here. Then we're going to start it again. And we're going to play the same notes, but we're going to play off the beat this time. But we're going to just play, we're not tremolo picking this time. You just get that nice chunky. I just think that kind of riff has Kanami written all over it. And then we've put a tail on it. So, you know, instead of just doing the two twice, we come down here. And she loves these chromatic little... You know, she loves doing that. It's in so many BAND-MAID songs. and then back to the G here, just to end it off. Okay, and that is our main riff, and I think that's a pretty BAND-MAID-esque riff. I could definitely hear that in a song of theirs. Okay, so now that we've done that intro riff, we need a way to get into the verse. So the way I thought to do it would be to just leave the chord ringing, do a pick scrape, and then into the verse. And we've heard a ton of pick scrapes in BAND-MAID songs, so yeah, it's definitely a classic Kanami thing to do. We could also do the kind of harmonic slide that she does, where she goes, that kind of thing. But I think the pick scrape lends itself to this one quite well. So let's check that out in context with drums. Okay, so on to technique kind of number 2. I don't know if I should call these techniques or just, I don't know what to call them. They're like songwriting tools, ideas, techniques, whatever. They're just Kanami's things. I noticed in a lot of BAND-MAID songs, she leaves the verses leave a lot of space for the bass to do things. So I'm just going to call this leave space for the bass. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of go off the chords that I was using here. This is just what came out first, and it just sounded really good to me. So we're coming out of it. Okay, and then we'll just repeat that. So just what I'm doing here is just, and then we're just leaving pauses. More chromatic here. And then at the end, to the second one, just to give it a bit of a lift in the second half of it. Make them, and then the singing can kind of match that. So yeah, just the idea is just to get it really punchy, and you know, just leave space that you can hear the bass line just going, you know, doing its thing underneath. And I noticed that in a lot of BAND-MAID songs that they do that. Either that, or you know, the guitar kind of takes a back seat. You know, it just becomes a little less in your face. Okay, so let's hear what that verse part sounds like in context with drums. Okay, so coming out of the verse, we need to go into a bridge, and we always need to have a bridge. Pretty much every BAND-MAID song has a bridge. Some BAND-MAID songs have 2 bridges. Some BAND-MAID songs have a bridge before the chorus and a bridge after the chorus. Kanami loves to build bridges. And for those of you that don't know what a bridge is just a way to bridge 2 parts together. So usually it's the verse and chorus. You have a bit in the middle called a bridge. But like I said, she sometimes has another bridge coming out of the chorus going into the second verse or solo or whatever. Okay, so I think when we're coming into this bridge, because it's been all quite high tempo so far, we're going to slow it down into halftime. So we're going to come out and we're going to go straight into the C chord. And then we're doing the chromatics again. I hear them so much in BAND-MAID songs. I just feel like I need to do it. And like there's a reason for doing this. You know, so you know, normally if you were going to write something like that, you would just repeat it. And then from that A, you know, you're back to doing something from E, okay? So by doing that, by adding these things in, you know, that you wouldn't necessarily expect, that kind of sets you up to go to another chord, not the one that you would normally expect. So I just think that's a really cool thing to do, and it's something that I've not really done myself in songwriting. So yeah, just by doing that, it, you know, put my mind, you know, in a different spot, you know, in terms of where I thought the chorus could go. And I think it's for the better, really, because I think the chorus is really cool. And lead part over that kind of thing, I did have this kind of thing in mind. This kind of, you know, she does this all the time, this kind of like Angus Young style. You know, where she just pedals off the open string. Something like that over it, I think it would sound really cool. So let's hear what that sounds like in context with drums. Okay, so we're coming out of this bridge part. So we're set up right to go into the C here. And I think we should kick up the tempo again, back into high gear for the chorus. It's a typical BAND-MAID thing to do. Okay, so this is the chorus part that I came up with. So that's the chorus that I came up with, and this is kind of the thing that Miku would be playing while Kanami plays some sort of lead part over it. And the lead part that I've done uses octaves, and we've talked about octaves before, you know, with the chords and stuff, but Kanami loves to play these kind of octaves. You know, where you're playing, then you're playing the octave above, same note. She loves to play them. Usually she would put them in the intro of a song, or in this case we're putting them in the chorus. She loves doing that. The idea is just to play something similar in rhythm to the chords, but, you know, changing the melody slightly, but just complementing and not overcomplicating. So the lead part that I came up with using these octaves goes like this. Okay, and that probably doesn't sound too good out of context with the chords that I just played, but wait till the end of the video and you'll hear those both together, and I promise you they'll sound awesome together. Okay, so let's just hear that rhythm part of the chorus with drums. So what I chose to do in the chorus there was just to, you know, play something that had a bit of kind of riffiness in it, like this bit. That bit just feels really cool. And then into these chords. Feel like that's very Kanami, and you know, gives a lot of room for the vocals to, you know, really take center stage in the chorus. And then we just repeat that, but at the end we're going to extend that bit and we're just going to keep ascending, which, you know, again, she loves to do these ascending chord patterns. Okay, so coming out the chorus, we need a way to get back into the intro riff. So we're gonna, you know, let it ring, and then we're gonna do this little riff here. Just a little bridge riff. And I think that sounds really cool. Okay, verse 2. Okay, so one rule of Kanami songwriting is that verse 2 should always be different to verse 1. It's pretty much essential for every BAND-MAID song to have a different second verse. Musically, the singing can be the same, but the music has to be slightly different. You know, it doesn't matter which way, the guitar could be different, bass could be different, but something has to be different. So what I've chosen to do is kind of just reverse what I was doing before. Instead of going from the E to the G, I'm going to reverse it and go G to E, but keep it even shorter this time. And then do a little tail. I know that sounds a little bit like Symphony of Destruction by Megadeth, but I hope Dave Mustaine doesn't sue me. So we're going to do that for we're going to do that for a bar, and then we're going to go back into the original way. So it'll sound like this. Into that verse part again. So I think that's a cool way of just changing it up. Just, you know, just makes things a little bit different. Okay, and I'm going to keep that theme of just making things different because she's done this before as well, that they changed the bridges too. So I'm going to completely change the parts in the bridge and just make a completely new bridge, but keep the same chords. And I think this will be a really interesting dynamic to the song. So I'm going to clean it up. I can't change to the clean sound right now while I'm recording this, but I'll just drop the volume. So I might just change to the picking. And at the end we throw in these funky chords. Even though they're the same chords we were doing last time, they're slightly different, and because we're, you know, cleaning up, we can get more notes in there. Quite a bluesy, jazzy little progression there. So for the lead part for this, I'm going to adopt another Kanami technique where she does tapping, but then she does double time tapping. So she starts off with a slow tap, but then she increases the speed, but keeps the pattern the same. So something like this. Something like that. I think it'll sound really nice over that. And as I say, remember, stick around to the end and you'll hear both of those parts together. Okay, and then after that, I think that's going to build into the guitar solo. So the guitar solo is just going to play over the chorus rhythm part, which, you know, is definitely something that they've done before. Sometimes Kanami will write a whole new part for the solo to play over. It could actually be in a different key, a set of chords that are just specific for the guitar solo. I tried to do that here, but it just, you know, it just didn't feel like it fit the song. I just feel like the solo felt really good over the chorus rhythm part, so that's just what I did. You know, you have to do what's best for the song, and I think that's a testament to Kanami's songwriting skills, that she always does what's best for the song. She doesn't overcomplicate things, you know, she doesn't put things in where it's not needed. I'm probably kind of guilty of doing that for the song, but I just wanted to show off like more techniques than, you know, I just want to, you know, try and fit in as many as I can. So I'm trying to do it without spoiling it too much, but you know, I think it's definitely a good lesson to learn from Kanami. It's just, you know, less is more in some ways. So usually out of a guitar solo in a BAND-MAID song, it goes into some sort of breakdown. Sometimes the breakdown comes before the solo, but you know, in this case, because we've come out of the bridge, we're going to do the breakdown after it. So everything's going to drop out, and we're just going to have the bass come in and just do some notes. So we don't have a bass line yet. So, but you know, the basic notes. Something like that, and then the guitars are going to come back in. And the lead part is going to do something like this. Something like that. I think those two things are going to sound really awesome together. And then we're going to go straight into another chorus and just end it. You know, I think what we'll do is we'll extend, just to, you know, keep things changing. We'll extend the end, so we'll do. And then we'll do it again. But maybe we'll put in like another lead solo over that end part, you know, maybe with some wah. Just follow it a bit. You know, that would be cool, I think. You know, get some wah action there. I wouldn't put it past Kanami to, you know, put a solo at the end of a song as well. Okay, and that's kind of what I have so far for the song. It's not completely finished. You know, there's some lead parts that I'm still like working out. The guitar solo is still to come. That's going to be part 3, where we're going to be looking at more lead guitar techniques and licks that she does when composing solos. But I'm going to make a dedicated video to that, because that's going to be, you know, there's going to be a lot to talk about in that one. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hand over to a future version of me again, and we're going to play through most of the song. I think we'll play up to the solo part with both guitar parts and drums, so you can kind of hear what it's going to sound like in a proper mix. And then after that, I'll talk to you guys about how we can bring a singer on board, how you can help me bring a singer on board, and we'll get this track fully fleshed out and mixed, mastered and everything, and it's going to sound awesome, I think. So here we go, guys. This is kind of the bare bones of the track and, you know, what it's potentially going to sound like, so I hope you like it. So there we go, guys. That was the bare bones of the song as it is just now. So yeah, this could all change. You know, I might change the tuning. It's in standard tuning just now. I might drop it down half a step to be more like BAND-MAID. And I also probably will re-record the guitars, you know, using the real amp as well. Maybe a mix of both the analog and digital, and see how that sounds. But yeah, as a demo, you know, it gets you thinking of, you know, how it could sound. And I'm going to be using the brand new TuneTrack Easy Bass software for the bass. So I'm excited to try that out. I think hopefully I should be able to get a pretty awesome sounding bass line using that software. So yeah, it's all going to sound pretty awesome when it's done. And I just quickly want to just, you know, make a point. I'm sure most of you will probably know this already, but I'm coming at this from a pure fan's perspective. You know, I'm not trying to be the next BAND-MAID. I'm not trying to suggest that it's easy to write, you know, songs in their style. You know, it's not, and I'm not really trying to do that. I'm just trying to showcase, you know, the kind of things that go into, you know, one of their songs. And obviously this song, even though it has elements of BAND-MAID, it still has a lot of my personality and, you know, playing in there as well. There's no way I would be able to write something that doesn't have a bit of me in it too, so it's not going to be all the way, you know, as much as I'm trying to channel my inner Kanami, it's never going to be 100% you know, Kanami. You know, there's always going to be a bit of me in there as well, so I hope you guys understand that. So moving on to how we're going to get a Japanese female singer involved with this. So basically I found a singer on Fiverr. Someone suggested I look there for a singer. Found a really awesome singer. She has a great voice, perfect for this. Obviously, you know, we're not going to find a Saki clone, but, you know, I think she'll do the job really well. She sounds very professional. So what I'm going to do is I've created a Kickstarter to raise the money to hire her. So it's going to cost about $140 to $150, and that works out to about 100 just over £100. So I think this would be a great way to raise the money for it, and you guys get something out of it as well. So I'm going to just quickly explain the tiers. There's not many. Starting off with £1 donations, you'll get your name credited in the song on YouTube when I do perform the song, and I will perform it when it's all ready. If you donate £3 or more, then you'll get a download of the song early. You'll get it before it goes on YouTube. It'll obviously be the highest quality it can be, and this is obviously the fastest way you're going to be able to hear the song, and I hope it's the one that most people donate to. If you donate £5 or more, then you will get to suggest a name for the song, and that'll go into a hat, and that'll just get drawn at random. And if you're feeling super generous and you want to donate £50, then you'll get to pick the song, and there's only going to be one of those available. So yeah, whoever gets there first and wants to actually name the track, they can do it. And the people that do donate £5, if you feel basically if that happens and, you know, the name already gets picked, what I'll do is I'll put all those names, I'll keep all those names, and we'll pick another random one for the next one that happens. Because I've had so much fun doing this, I feel like I'm definitely going to have to do it again. Another way to donate is to sign up to my Patreon. If you are a $3 or above tier, the tier with the music downloads, you'll definitely get this track as the next download. And obviously my current patrons on that tier, you'll get that because you're already signed up. Okay, so please go, all the links are down in the description. You'll find the Kickstarter links, you'll find the Patreon links. Please check it out. Please help me raise the funds. I'm only going to have the Kickstarter up for 2 weeks. Basically it's going to be from now until the part 3 video goes up, I think. So I really hope that we can raise the funds in that time. I really hope you guys you know, want to hear the finished product as much as I do. I really do think it's going to be awesome, and I really do appreciate in advance if any of you guys decide to help out with it and get it, you know, sounding as good as it can be. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed that. Let me know down in the comments what you think of the track so far. I know some of you might not think that some of you might not think it sounds anything like BAND-MAID, but like I hope some of you do, or you know, at least you like the track and how it's sounding. Like I said, it's not, you know, there's a lot of my personality in there too, so it's never going to be 100% BAND-MAID, but I hope I got close, and I hope you did find the video interesting. Thank you so much to my current patrons, Jeff, Theo, Anne, and Chris. You're awesome, and thank you so much for the the continued support. Like I said, if you want to follow me on there, you'll find the link in the description. There's a whole bunch of different tiers. You know, if you want personalized guitar lessons, if you want music downloads, if you want guitar lessons, you know, live guitar lessons with me, it's all there. So please check it out and just have a look. So I hope you are all well. I hope you're all staying safe, and we'll see you in part 3, where we're going to be looking at all things lead guitar related. So we're going to be looking at licks, tricks that she does, and we're going to be constructing a solo for this track. So look forward to that, and I will see you then. Take care, guys. Bye.